Good day, and welcome to our news update. We begin today with mounting concerns over the United States' involvement in the ongoing conflict with Iran. A leading political scientist suggests that US President Trump is deliberately obscuring the true extent of American commitment in the war, painting a picture far less severe than the reality on the ground. According to political scientist Catherine Clover Ashbrook, President Trump has been presenting the conflict to his constituents as merely a clinical operation. However, Clover Ashbrook asserts that President Trump is presenting false facts to the American people. She emphasizes that the US president is rhetorically softening the reality that the strike against Iran demands a much greater commitment from Americans. In a significant escalation, heavy equipment and crucially, soldiers are currently being amassed in the region. This deployment, according to Clover Ashbrook, serves as a clear threat backdrop, intended to compel Iran to the negotiating table. Furthermore, President Trump has reportedly obscured the departure of a large United States aircraft carrier from the port of Norfolk, a key detail indicative of a substantial military buildup. Clover Ashbrook argues that the United States ought to disengage from the war against Iran as swiftly as possible. Her reasoning primarily stems from the severe domestic political difficulties that the ongoing conflict is bringing. She points to a noticeable decline in public approval, a trend that is becoming increasingly clear even among President Trump's own supporters. This growing dissent is also reflected in President Trump's overall approval ratings, which are reportedly on a downward trajectory. During his recent State of the Union address, President Trump reportedly failed to reassure the American public, according to Clover Ashbrook. A significant credibility gap continues to exist for Americans, and indeed for his own voters. This gap became evident when President Trump claimed the war was important for children and grandchildren, a statement he reportedly failed to substantiate. Clover Ashbrook highlights that President Trump did not adequately clarify any direct danger to Americans, neither through specific terrorist attacks nor by providing evidence of ballistic missiles that could have potentially struck the United States. The expert's analysis underscores a stark contrast between President Trump's public rhetoric and the observable military actions and domestic political consequences. As the United States continues its military buildup in the Middle East, questions linger about the transparency of the administration's communication and the long-term implications for American foreign policy and internal stability. The call for a swift exit from the conflict, coupled with the growing public unease, suggests a challenging path ahead for the president as the nation grapples with the true cost of its engagement in Iran. What's your take on expert? Trump deceives Americans on true Iran war cost. Share your view in the comments. Do you think this will matter in the next news cycle? This video was generated using artificial intelligence